Welcome back everyone, Ken Cannon here with Living in Raleigh, North Carolina, the channel that helps you learn why Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill triangle of North Carolina is the coolest place in the Southeast to live. Today we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 reasons to raise your family right here in the triangle. As a young dad, this is a really important topic to me. I've got 2 young kids and I'm excited to share why I think that this place is an awesome place to raise your family, and we're going to be looking at the top 5 reasons right now. Before we do, make sure to hit like, share, and subscribe, and if you're thinking about moving to the area, please reach out to me at the contact below. I've helped people come here from all over the country. My team is awesome. We'd be happy to help you too. And so with that, let's do it. You're watching Living in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is your host, Ken Cannon, here to tell you why living in Raleigh, Durham, or Chapel Hill, North Carolina is the coolest place in the Southeast. All right, thanks for watching and stay tuned. Reason number 5 is the extracurricular activities outside of school. What do you do with the kids when you're at work and you can't be at home and school's over and they need a place to go? Well, don't worry about it. This area is full of options. We've got athletic camps, we've got music camps, we've got Taekwondo. There's all sorts of programs in this area. I mean, you name it, an interest that you wanted to do when you were growing up. Well, I'll tell you what, your kids can do it now. If they want to become chefs, there's cooking camps that they can go to. There's all sorts of after-school programs that you can involve your kids in. Many of them are geared towards more of an academic approach. If they need extra help, tutoring, that sort of thing, you can do that. If they just want to have fun, if they just want to go to clown school and just be clowns and play around, they can do that too. There's so many things here in this area with options for kids. One of my favorites is the School of Rock here. As you know, I'm a musician, I love music, and I love the fact that kids can go there and learn how to become great musicians. So that's one thing that I would encourage, but there's all sorts of things. If music's not your thing, there's so many things to choose from. The kids will never have, they'll never run out of options, and the problem is you're just gonna be driving them all over the place to all of these things because there's so many things to do. Reason number 4 is the public amenities. On top of all of these great activities that I mentioned that kids can do in and outside of school, we have great public amenities here too. The local towns, whether it's Raleigh, Durham, or Chapel Hill, have really gone out of their way to make sure that kids have an awesome experience growing up here. So the parks are awesome, and what do I mean by awesome? I don't just mean like 2 swings and a slide. I mean like you've got roller hockey parks, you've got ponds, like boating parks, you've got regular playgrounds, all sorts of stuff. Throw on that the private amenities as well, whether it's like Frankie's Fun Park and other great places to play. There's so much for kids to do in this area. We have a town-sponsored skate park, we have a planetarium here, we have so many things that kids can learn and do and jump into and just have a great time. Reason number 3 is the local job market here. That's right, well, the kids aren't going to have a great experience if mom and dad don't have a good job to be able to provide for them. Fortunately, this area has one of the fastest growing and best looking economies here in the nation. We've got great jobs here, whether it's academic or tech jobs, service jobs. We've got incredible jobs here. As you know, we've done videos in the past where we've talked about Apple's big move here. There's so many tech jobs coming here. We're actually, in fact, number 3 in the country for tech jobs, behind Silicon Valley and Austin, Texas. So there's a great hub here. There's a great entrepreneurial spirit. It's just an awesome place. If you are looking for work and looking for a great, challenging, fun, fulfilling career, I guarantee you could find an awesome job here. I'm sure many of you have seen in the headlines that tech companies all across the country are laying off employees. That's not what we're seeing here. We're seeing forecasted growth continuing on into the near future. So if you're in the tech industry or any of the supporting industries, you're going to do well here. Also, biomedical, research, academic, that does well here. Really, anything that you want to do, there is a good chance that you'll find it here. The number 2 reason for raising your family here in the Triangle is the home values still are not crazy relative to other markets in the country. That's right, we have seen some rapid growth here recently, but nothing like we saw in other markets, which means when you're coming from other markets, this area still looks pretty affordable and pretty reasonable. We do have an inventory issue here, which is, you know, they're slowly catching up to it, but it remains competitive. But what that means is that home values are continuing to stay strong, whereas in other markets they might be diminishing. So there's a lot going on for the home values here. You can get a lot for your dollar here, especially when you factor in all of the peripheral things beyond just the style and comfort of the home, but also the amenities of the local areas as well. I think it's a great place and a great bang for your buck. The number one reason to raise your kids here in the Triangle is the school system here. North Carolina schools are great, and specifically the Triangle schools of North Carolina are continuously ranked top in the state. They are fantastic. I can speak from my personal experience as a kid who moved around a bunch and went to a bunch of different schools. When I landed in North Carolina, and I landed specifically in the Chapel Hill school system, it was the first system that basically mirrored the university system that existed outside of it. So we have UNC, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, here in Chapel Hill, and so much of that filtered down into the school systems below, the public school systems below, and garnered you on that academic track. So it really is a cool area to be for schools. There's great resources here, both inside and outside of the school system, private schools, magnet schools, art schools. There's just wonderful award-winning schools here, and we'll take a look at some of those now. There you have it. That's the top 5 reasons why the Triangle area of North Carolina is one of the best places in the country to raise a family. As a young dad myself, I'm raising 2 kids. I love it here, they love it here, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So if you're thinking about moving to an area and you want to have the best area for your family, reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you take a look at the Triangle and see what we've got here for you. All right, take care.